What's up everyone, Lee here, aka MajorLeeGaming, bringing you another legendary Pokemon solo run. You guys wanted more, you got more. Gotta please my subs. I appreciate all the support I got on the Lugia only Soul Silver speedrun, and if you missed it, you're probably not subscribed, but it's linked down below, so go and check that out. Anyway, I figured if I did Lugia, I might as well do a Ho-Oh run, only this time I'm gonna see how fast I can beat Gold version instead of Soul Silver. Like last time, we aren't using any items in battle, but held items are okay. I replaced Totodile with Ho-Oh because it'll give us those hacks over our rival again. Insert cheesy I'm a hacksaurus joke here. I end up nicknaming Ho-Oh Skittles because looking at this bright bird made me want to taste the rainbow, and now I'm currently eating Skittles as I do my playthrough. First thing to do, as always, is to talk to Mr. Pokemon so we can deliver the egg to Elm and be an errand boy. I love being a Pokemon trainer. It's like delivering pizzas, only with eggs. It's so much fun. In all seriousness, we get the Pokedex and then receive a call from Elm saying something terrible has happened. Yes, he's lost for words, man. Here it is, a battle. Finally some excitement. First rival battles are always interesting because usually you don't have a stab move, but in my case, I'm rocking out with Sacred Fire, making Chikorita no match for my Skittles. Guess he tasted the rainbow, am I right? I'm sorry, I'll leave now. I'll show myself out. Afterwards, we return to the lab and get to name our rival. In this case, I name him, you guessed it, Kevin, after Silver and Soul Silver playthroughs. Go check him out, dude. I mean it. Yes, you. I'm talking to you. The one that's watching this, Jeff. Anyone named Jeff, be sure to comment, my name is Jeff, down below. I really want to know if you're here, man.
My name is Jeff.
Along the way, I realized I forget to tell my mom again that I'm leaving home. I really am a terrible son, man, but I feel like at this point, mom just knows. She definitely knows. The battles through Sprout Tower are really nothing to talk about. I had to heal a couple of times because I didn't have enough PP and didn't really want to struggle my way through. And we all know that you need a lot of PP to get through Sprout Tower. Always have enough PP, guys. We see Kevin along the way and he raves that we suck and he's the best, but we all know I don't suck, man. Anyway, I ended up beating the Elder for his Flash HM pretty easily and not much to talk about for this battle. Next on the list is Faulkner, who says I insulted bird Pokemon, but like, bro, I have one too. I can't get a word in edgewise before he ends up challenging me to a battle. Pidgey goes down easily with one hit while Skittles levels up and learns Safeguard. Cool. Now, I only have one PP for Sacred Fire, so I'm hoping I don't miss, and yeah, we're good. First badge is ours, dude, and so is the TM for Mud Slap, which I teach Skittles. Next, we got a hashtag Save the Slowpoke from Team Rocket in Azalea Town. I figured I'd show the footage this time around because I didn't for the Lugia run. Also, go check that out if you haven't already. Always plug 'em, dudes. Always plugging. Not much to talk about here, but for some reason I went for Mud Slap on Coughing. I couldn't tell you why. Maybe I wanted to slap him in the face like you should slap that like button. Anyway, next I decided to take on Bugsy before fighting the rival due to my fire flying type walling his team. Metapod and Kakuna go down very easily while Scyther outspeeds, and I miss my first Sacred Fire. No problem though, because I end up OHKOing him with the next one, and the second gym badge is ours. Next is the rival battle with good old Kevin, aka Mr. Heart, who leads with Ghastly and for some reason licks this big old bird of mine. Maybe he also wanted some of that rainbow, dudes. Who knows? Anyway, Ghastly goes down easily and Kevin sends out Zubat, who gets bodied by one Sacred Fire. Last is Bayleaf, who also gets bodied by one hit, and we can move on to Whitney. I was low-key terrified to fight Whitney due to Skittles having a 4x weakness to Rock, and we all know Whitney's Miltank is rocking out with Rollout. I'm sorry, my puns are terrible. I'll leave. Anyway, Clefairy faints from one Sacred Fire, and her Miltank goes for the Pro Play Rollout, as expected. Sacred Fire actually did more than I thought it would, but for some reason I go for Mud Slap. Maybe past me was anticipating Milk Drain. I don't know, man. Honestly, I was probably drunk while recording this. Regardless, we claim the third gym badge and move on to fight Morty. Here it is, dudes. My famous, yet not so famous, Morty impression. Oh, jeez. Yeah, never mind. I'll spare y'all. So Morty leads with his usual Ghastly, who gets bodied by one hit. His Haunter also gets bodied with one Sacred Fire, but the real problem is his Gengar. It outspeeds and lands Hypnosis. Great. Now I'm asleep. Also, sorry for the misclick into the bag, dudes. I promise I didn't use an item, as you can see. Luckily, before the Gengar can kill me with Dream Eater, I wake up and somehow he misses the next Hypnosis attempt while I KO it with a second Sacred Fire. That just leaves the final Haunter, which goes down with, you guessed it, 1 Sacred Fire, making the 4th gym badge mine. I also grabbed the TM for Shadow Ball, which I immediately use on Ho-Oh to counter any future Psychic and Ghost types. This time around, the Komodo girls pose a lot less of a threat because number 1, I can heal in between battles, and number 2, they're a lot lower level than I am. This part of the run with Lugia and Soul Silver made me literally become an alcoholic. JK, but in all seriousness, they go down relatively easily, and I get the HM for Surf. And on to Cheyenne? Chainwood? How do you say that? On to the next city. The battle with Chuck is very easy again because he's no match for my flying type. He leads out with the usual primate who, let's be honest, he kinda sucks. Poliwrath does survive 1 gust, but can't handle 2, and that makes our 5th gym badge, dudes. I'm also able to get the HM for Fly, which will be much better than Gust in the long run. After that, we end up facing Jasmine, the Steel type gym leader. I'm low-key worried that it'll be a repeat of what happened in the Soul Silver one, but actually her Madamites pose no threat as they go down with 1 Sacred Fire. Cool. So what about Steelix? Same actually. Jasmine posed no threat this time around, thank God. So I'm gonna fast forward a lot through most of this Team Rocket stuff and even skip a majority of it. It's kind of boring. We all know what happens in the hideout by now, right? If not, go ahead and watch a playthrough of my Soul Silver version, man. Gotta plug. Anyway, I end up defeating the 2 admins in there with the help of Lance and grab the HM for Whirlpool at the same time. Now on to Bryce. I'm actually not at all scared to take on Bryce's ice types this time because I know that I got that heat to bring. How are you guys honestly still watching this? Drop a like if you're still here. Let me know, man. Let me know. But yeah, Bryce goes down without much to commentate on other than Dugong somehow surviving 1 hit while the Pilot Spawn can't handle 1, and that makes 7 badges. Again, I'm going to skip most of the Team Rocket stuff because it's boring other than the boss fights. We go through the usual realizing the director is aka Defaker, am I right? We also do the underground stuff with Kevin, which I totally forgot to record. Whoopsie! Sorry, my BDs. Really, the only other battle that's worth mentioning is the fight with this guy, the one who literally has my dog. Shout out to Max the Houndoom. Also, shout out to the director for the Silver Wing, not that I'm gonna use it. With that, we end up taking on Claire for the final gym badge. Thinking Claire is sure to be a problem thanks to her dragon types, I go into the battle prepared to face Gyarados, but I actually forgot that this is Gen 2, and Claire doesn't have an intimidating Loch Ness monster. Thank God, 1 less obstacle to deal with. Only 1 though, because let's not forget she does have that Kingdra. Anyway, she starts off with her usual Dragonair, who unfortunately survives Fly, but doesn't manage to land T-Wave, so I manage to take it out with 1 Shadow Ball. I go for Fly on her next one, and this time get T-Wave by the 2nd Dragonair while getting Parahacked by RNGesus. I knew this would happen eventually, but ultimately I take Dragonair out, and now comes the final one. I decide to hit with Recover to make sure that I fight Kingdra with as close to full health as possible. Luckily, this Dragonair can only hit me with Slam, so I don't have to worry about T-Bolt. Let's hope I don't get Parahacked. Doesn't matter, I do land 2 hits in a row, and down goes her 3rd Dragonair. Last is Kingdra, who I'm honestly terrified of, but it doesn't know Hydro Pump in this gen, which is really nice. Surf does manage to do a good bit of damage, but luckily I can eat a couple of them while stalling with Recover. While she continues to go for Surf, I whip out Sacred Fire and get the burn off. This honestly may or may not have mattered because I managed to KO it with Shadow Ball next turn regardless, and claim the final gym badge. Or, wait, not yet. Gotta do the Dragon's Den stuff, I always forget that. In this gen, you have to find the Dragon Fang, so I'll show a bit of that, as well as her giving me the badge, just to appease the people. So in this game, you actually aren't required to get the Legendary encounter like you are in Soul Silver, so I can actually just go straight to the Pokemon League, that's nice. Along the way, we fight our last fateful rival battle with Kevin. He leads out with Sneasel, who is easily bodied by 1 Sacred Fire. Golbat comes out next, and I go for Shadow Ball thinking I'll conserve PP. Bad play. Golbat confuses me. Just wait for it, guys, it gets worse. Magneton comes out next, and I hit myself while he parahacks me. Crap! Now I'm confused and paralyzed. That's alright though, because I do manage to land Sacred Fire, and down goes Magneton. Next is Haunter, who outspeeds me and lands a Curse. I get parahacked while dealing with Curse BS, and he also lands a Confuse Ray. Now I'm parahacked, Curse, and confused. If that's not enough to make me literally curse this playthrough, I don't know what is. Sorry, bad jokes, dudes, but at this point, you already know what you're in for. So, anyway, Kadabra comes out and I manage to KO it with Shadow Ball. I'm thinking I'm in the clear when Meganium gets a crit body slam, I hurt myself, and the curse takes effect. Yeah, not good because Meganium outspeeds the next turn, and I've officially had my first L this playthrough. Learning from my mistakes the first time around, I decided to pull no punches and go for Sacred Fire and literally burn through Kevin's team. Luckily, none of his Pokemon are able to confuse, paralyze, or curse at me, but I still am a little scared of Meganium. No problem though, as it goes down with one Sacred Fire while I claim the W. Comment #no more L's if you made it to this point in the video. The first Elite Four member we face as always is Will and his psychic types. Yeah, I recycle jokes around here. Get used to it. Anyway, Xatu comes out first and gets bodied with one Shadow Ball. Next is Slowbruh. He survives one Shadow Ball, but can't take two. Second, Xatu comes out, and like the first, is easily bodied. On his Executor, I decide to use Sacred Fire, just cuz, dude. And last, and also least in my book, Jinx goes down with one hit. First Elite Four member finished. For Koga, the Hokage of the village hidden in between the four trees, shout out Naruto, things couldn't be easier. His Ariados gets bodied by Sacred Fire. Muck is a bit tankier and can handle one Sacred Fire, but not two. Crobat comes out and sets up a double team. I do manage to land Sacred Fire and a burn, to which Koga answers with a full restore. Luckily I landed a crit Shadow Ball here and didn't have to deal with double team BS. For Venomoth, I decided to fly just cuz, and he goes down. Last is Fortress, and that's an easy one for me, so I guess I'm the new Hokage now? Bruno's team packs a bit more of a punch than I thought. I'm not sorry, guys. Anyway, Hitmontop has priority but can't handle the heat of my Skittles and goes down. Onyx comes out next and does survive my Shadow Ball while landing a Rock Slide. Luckily, he does miss the next one and I finish him off. Next is Hitmonchan, who I decide to use Fly on, and he can't handle it. Machamp is the same story, just with 4 arms. Last but not least this time is Hitmonlee, shout out to me, who goes down to fly as well, making me not Bruno's punching bag today. Karen and her dark types gave me issues in my Lugia run, but I'm thinking they won't be much of an issue here. Umbreon Sand attacks, but luckily no RNG crap there, and I take it down. Her Gengar goes down easily enough with Shadow Ball, while Murkrow gets lucky because I missed my first attack. It lands a feint attack, but luckily I land my fire attack and it gets O-Code. Houndoom does survive Fly and lands a Crunch. Great. Now Karen is healing, so this Stallfest continues for a couple of moves, and now it's getting RNG in its favor because I miss Shadow Ball. This is bad because my special defense is lowered and Crunch is also special in this game. However, I do manage to survive and knock it out next turn. Vileplume? This girl got lucky too because I missed Sacred Fire and have to go for Fly. Dude, if I lose Ho-Oh to a Vileplume, I'll never hear the end of it. Okay, never mind, we're good. Down goes Karen, it's time to fight Lance. For the battle with Champion Lance, aka the best champion, he leads with his typical Gyarados, who I'm able to take out with 2 Shadow Balls and receive no damage thanks to Gyarados always setting up the Rain Dance. I'm worried about the first 2 Dragonites paralyzing me because I need outspeed Aerodactyl. Luckily his first Dragonite tried out Hyper Beam and misses. I go for Fly this time and take it out. For his next Dragonite, I decided to fly first turn, and good thing I did because I went for T-Wave. Fly connects, and Dragonite attempts a second T-Wave, but misses. Dude, I'm lucky. I decided to fly due to risk of Shadow Ball not killing, and I'm able to take his second Dragonite out. Aerodactyl, aka the bane of my existence, comes out next and outspeeds. Crap, I should have known. Well, I go for Shadow Ball and hope he misses, but nope, lost numero dos. I have to soft reset to beat in Karen for the rematch with Lance. This first battle is the same as Gyarados sets up and dies. Dragonite number 1 comes out and again I fly. He goes straight for T-Wave after I land, and I get lucky again that he misses. I go for Shadow Ball to finish the first Dragonite off, anticipating a para from his second one. I fly and no! I actually don't get para hacked, taking his second Dragonite down. Now the Aerodactyl. Like last time, it outspeeds and lands Rock Slide without getting a flinch, thank Arceus. My best play is to go for Shadow Ball and hope he misses Rock Slide. I'm relying on RNGs just way too much in this run, but since I went to church today, I have been blessed. And with a crit at that, I take Aerodactyl down. Charizard I'm not worried about as we're both the same typing and I have an edge over him with Recover. It whips out Hyper Beam, so I go for Recover again until I'm at full health. Shadow Ball is a little over half and I'm able to take him down with the second. The last Dragonite won't have T-Wave, so I'm really not worried, but is it too early to celebrate yet? I land a fly and he gets locked into Outrage, and to add insult to injury, he hits himself. I go for one more fly and that's it, dudes. I'm the new champion. Cue the Queen song. Just kidding. This was a really fun run to do, and I kind of want to do more. They're just really time consuming, so forgive me if the next one takes a month or two to get out. Anyway, my time, which was about 3 hours and 25 minutes in-game time, should be popping up on the screen right about now, so let me know in the comments if you could do better. Also, let me know what you thought of the video, and let me know how I could better improve the next run. As always, drop a like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.